Hi friends, welcome.
Let us have a glance on the concept of naturalism and its educational implications.
Naturalism is a philosophy with the beliefs that nature alone represents the entire reality. Nature is everything. There is nothing behind it. According to J.S. Ross, naturalism is a term loosely applied in educational theory to system of training that are not dependent on schools and books, but on the manipulation of the actual life of the educator.
Naturalism considers reality as a matter, not the mind or spirit. It doesn't believe in sentimentalism, spiritualism, and supernaturalism. It denies the existence beyond nature. It believes that everything comes from nature and returns to nature. The father of naturalism is J.J. Rousseau. Other exponents of naturalism are Aristotle, Comenius, Bacon, Spencer, Tagore, and Bernard Shaw. Now, let's see the types of naturalism. There are three types of naturalism. They are physical, mechanical, and biological naturalism. Physical naturalism believes that reality exists in the natural universe, not within the individual. Tagore has called nature as the manuscript of God.
Mechanical naturalism regards man as a mere machine. There is no spirit or soul. Only matter is everything. Biological naturalism is a theory about other things, the relationship between the mind and the body, that is, the brain. And hence, it is an approach to the mind-body problem. Next, let us see about the principle of naturalism. Nature is the final reality. All things are originated from matter. Matter takes different forms. Mind is the brain functioning and the brain is matter. All types of mental activities like imagination, thinking, reasoning, etc. are the functions of the brain.
Now, let us see about the characteristics of naturalistic education. Back to nature. Out of three essential factors of education, namely nature, man, and objects, naturalism gives prime importance in nature. Hence, its call is back to nature. According to naturalists, the best teacher of children is nature. Hence, to develop the child according to his nature, education should provide a natural environment. Opposition to bookish knowledge. The second characteristic of naturalistic education is its opposition to mere academic knowledge and verbalism of books. The prevalent education meant mere cramming of Greek and Latin literature. Naturalists opposed this education, calling it artificiality.
The third factor of naturalistic education is that education should be progressive, relevant education. Prepares the child for his future adult life. It believes that the child is the father of man. As such, more and more knowledge used to be forced down into the mind of the child to prepare him to face the problem of adult life. The fourth function of naturalism is negative education. J.S. Ross is right when he says a negative education does not mean a time of idleness. It does not give virtue, it saves us from vice. It does not inculcate truth, it saves us from error. It disposes the child to take the path that will lead him to truth when he has reached to understand it, and goodness when he has acquired the faculty of recognizing and loving it.
Now, let's see about the child who learns in a naturalistic environment. In educating the child, his whole nature should be taken into consideration. The child's nature is not static, it grows and develops. It is a dynamic education which has to help the growth and development of the child. The child occupies a central position in the educational process. The child should be educated according to his nature. It is the child himself rather than the educator, the school, the book or the subject of study that should be in the foreground of the educational picture. Unnecessary interference on the part of parents or teachers should be avoided. Children should be treated as children and not as small adults. But instead of imposing adult ideas on them, let them have the opportunity of formulating their ideas through personal experiences. Modern education is pedocentric. Pedocentric is nothing but child-centered.
Naturalism and curriculum. There is no fixed curriculum. Every child is given the right to determine his own curriculum. He is expected to learn directly from the nature through the personal experience. Subjects like agriculture, nature study, gardening, art, craft, geology and astronomy are taught. The subjects are correlated with the physical activities of the child and with the life around him. The methods of teaching in a naturalistic education is learning by doing, play-way method, observation and experimentation so as to govern self. Naturalism and discipline. Naturalists give utmost freedom to the child to do and learn the behavior. There is no punishment of any kind. Rigid man-made discipline must be avoided in the teaching-learning process.
The metaphysics of naturalism. Idea of reality. One of the main concerns in which a student of philosophy of education must be interested about a school of philosophy is its idea of reality. Next, the concept of mind and body relationship. Another significant issue that distinguishes one school from another is the concept of the mind. Man has mind. For idealist, man is spiritual in essence. But for the naturalist, man is also matter. His mind is the result of the brain functioning. The contributions of naturalism. Follow nature is the watchword of naturalism. The innate nature of the child should be developed in a natural environment and not in the artificial atmosphere of the school.
Pedocentrism is another important contribution of naturalism in the field of education. In the education process, the child takes the pivotal position, that is the central position. The freedom of the child is the another important feature of naturalist education. The child should grow freely according to his own nature and pace without interference from the educator or the parents. Senses are the gateway of knowledge. Education is very much effective when it comes through sensory channel. As such, naturalists consider the training of senses very important.
Now let's take a note on the limitations of naturalism. It altogether ignores the spiritual and moral aspects of human nature. It totally neglects the moral development of the child. Naturalism takes into account only the present needs of the child and ignores his future needs and the ultimate goals and purpose of man's life. Naturalism throws the teacher with superior knowledge and experience into the background. He takes a secondary position in the educational process. Naturalism allows complete freedom to the child from the very start of his life, even when he has not yet learned the right use of freedom. Naturalism gives too much emphasis on the hereditary of the child and neglects the influence of the environment on raw nature.
So, we can say that naturalism has secured freedom for the child.
It has further succeeded in freeing the child from many tyranny of rigidity, interference and strict discipline.
Thank you.
Thank you.